Hey everybody, I'm Bob from Black Arrow Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Age of Wonders 3. I do apologize I was not able to get a Planetfall episode out this weekend, but we've still got Age of Wonders 3 here to do, and I've gone through your comments with regard to this situation. There's really not a lot of options that I have, but I think I'm going to take the advice here. This is kind of what we ended the last episode with, and I'm going to take the advice of Sarah Feingold. Said that losing the Crusader and 2 Shock Troopers is the least bad option, and I do agree. I think that the general idea here is to keep the Sorcerer adjacent to any units that is to keep the Sorcerer adjacent to any units that that I want to protect, because she can at least Chaos Rift. So if these guys come in and attack the Crusader or attack the if they come in and attack the Crusader, they could theoretically pick off just the Crusader and the Shock Troopers. If they attack the Shock Troopers, then they've got to deal with some more stuff. One thing that I do want to change is I'm going to take the Storm Sister out of this army and put her here, because I'm not as worried about stuff really coming up the back here. So I'm going to take the Storm Sister out of that army, move the Halfling here so she can kind of protect the Shock Troopers if they try to go in at that angle, which is unlikely, but I guess suppose possible. And then I think the way I have this set up, this should be fine, because no matter what way they attack, if they attack this stack, this stack, this stack, this stack, or any of those 4 stacks, that sorcerer is going to be in the battle. And of course, if they attack, I guess they could mess it up if they attack the city center, but I don't think there's a way. No, even if they attack the city center, the sorcerer and all adjacent, because that would be the center battle, the center hex. So yeah, the sorcerer would still be pulled into that. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm also going to make sure that my Exalted gets in on this. The Shrine of Smiting is not really as important. I would like to have it with, well, actually, hang on a second. So what I'm going to do is probably take, yeah, I think I'm going to take the Shrine of Smiting out and try to get the Exalted on there. The Shrine of Smiting itself is not really quite as important. Unfortunately, it won't heal as much this turn, but I'm not as concerned about that. I just want to make sure that I have the I want to have that Exalted in a good spot. So I think that's about the best setup I can get. A few of you pointed out that you didn't really think the AI would actually go for it on this turn anyway. They might want to form up a little bit first, which would be great. I was just trying to plan for the worst case scenario, but you are probably right. I don't really think the AI is going to be able to attack that city. The one advantage they do have is that they have great mobilization, so they do have a lot of mobility to get into whatever angle and position of attack that they want. I just don't think they will. So, because they've got some other units in this area, they're going to take longer to get there, and they may want to just bunch up. Plus, they weren't really planning on attacking this city until this next turn. So I'm not too terribly worried about that, but we'll see what happens between now and the next turn. Impregnable said, Impregnable had 2 suggestions. Said to stop making Shrines of Smiting, and stop making Firstborns and ship production to focusing on Trolls. So I want to break this down a little bit. The Shrines of Smiting, I think he's 100% correct about. Those are primarily only useful now against the Undead. They're okay against the Sorcerer, but it looks like I'm going to punch through the Sorcerer pretty quick here. So I'm actually going to stop producing them, and I'm actually just going to let this city do merchandise indefinitely. I'm fine with that. And then what I'm going to do is check up on my Goblin City down here, which is, no, actually this is the one that I'm interested in. That's still working towards a Grand Palace. I should get the final Goblin race governance pretty soon. That's going to be, whoops. No. Hang on. Goblin race governance 3. Well, so it's not the final one, but it's the next one. The one that gives you Tame Trolls, level 4. That is going 823 out of 1,000, and I'm currently getting 37 per turn, so I'm going to have that. I don't honestly know that I'm going to get that in time for it to really matter, to be honest. And I know somebody said that way earlier in this series, that it probably wasn't going to matter by the time the game was over, but I still kind of wanted to go for it anyway, and I think I still will, just because Tame Trolls are so much fun. But it's going to be a little while before I can start making Tame Trolls. Regarding firstborns, though, I do want to keep making those for a couple reasons. First, they're right at the front line. I like where they're being built right here at this city because I can move them up and down pretty easily to kind of wherever they're needed. Impregnable made some fair points that they're slow and they're not really that good at chasing down dreadnought units, but my idea here is to use them as more or less meat shields, to just have them there and force the dreadnoughts to move around and try to navigate around them, which can open up opportunities for other units. So, plus the 100% fire resist is pretty nice. So, I'm actually gonna double check and see what other resistances they have. Yeah, blight, a little bit of spirit, but yeah, fire protection. So yeah, I'm still gonna go ahead and make them. I do have a surplus of money, so there's not really a lot of reason for me to not be producing extra, even if it's just some kind of tanky-ish cannon fodder units. Another fair point is that I can't get meteoric armor for them, which does help tremendously, but you know, there's still gonna at least be enough to get in the way, and that's kind of what I want for now. Orange just has so many numbers that I have to punch through. From Umar Dara, the undead in Frostmere could buff themselves with the regrowth shrine nearby. I would have never even thought of that. I forgot it was over here, but they're absolutely right. There's a shrine right there, and the nice thing that I have going for me here is that I sort of have a very advanced warning system, which is about to go down, but I had that tower out there for forever. These units are all quite a ways away from being able to reach that city. So what I can actually do is take the undead, and I can go here. Then on the next turn, I can move through the forest, get the shrine, get down, and get that to give me haste berries, and then I can get back to the city all in one turn. And with regrowth, these guys should be survivable enough to handle an invasion. So I'm going to do that, and I believe they'll have enough movement on the next turn. This city is awaiting its fate. There was some discussion with regard to this city, so I want to talk... Whoops, my mouse has slid over to the side of the screen there. I want to talk about Jeff and Casper Elkin said consider keeping the new Draconian city due to its good defensive spot. And Jeff also suggested using Scorched Earth if I don't know whether to keep it or not. I could always cast Scorched Earth on it and then just let the enemy decide. But I think I actually am going to keep this city. This is a really strong geographic position. A lot of mountains here that are blocking off this route. There's a main path through here that seems to go straight to their capital. But this choke point right here, based on the distribution of mountains and the fact that there's a river here, is a very nice choke point. So I'm going to try to hang on to this. And I'll probably go ahead and migrate it. I did notice it had a Spring of Life. So what I could probably do is migrate it to goblins and maybe boost race governance with them just a little bit. Maybe get those tame trolls a little faster. There's not really anybody else with any sort of tier 3 cavalry that I really want. And I don't even have human tech. I would probably give it humans and use it for theoretically knights, but to be honest, actually, if I produce anything in the city, it'll probably be too late to matter. So if we're gonna make a decision based on race governance alone, it's gonna be goblins. I could leave it as Draconians, but they already don't like me very much. I have barely any Draconian units. I think I have 1 or 2 flyers, so I'm just gonna be evil and make it goblin. So that is good enough for me. Let's see, what else do we have here? From Wu and Hubert Chow both said that I put the Masters Guild in Orderon in my build order, but then canceled it to go for public baths instead. So what they're talking about is over here in this city. I did something weird, and I even went back and watched what I did, and I don't really know why I did it, but I just like kind of randomly changed build order here. I may have been trying to save money to get over 1,000 gold, but it makes more sense to build the Masters Guild first, and then the public baths and everything that comes after that. So I'll put that back in the queue. I don't really know why I changed that, but yeah, there you go. Also from Hubert Chow, suggested using the haste berries to get the tower up in this choke point over here since Ganon's army is already on the way. I think that's probably a good idea. Ganon's army is close. They're not quite on the way yet, because I was sort of waiting one more turn for these last few units to catch up, and I now just only am just getting the shrines there. But I think they're close enough, and I do want to know what's here, so I'm going to grab those haste berries, get that tower, get some nice line of sight here, and there doesn't seem to be anything in the area, so I can relatively safely move back. I'm actually going to end their turn on that mountain tile to make it harder for things to get to me, and then we will see what happens next. But yeah, I think that's a good call. Taking that tower to get just more information about what's over here is probably good. And that's it. So let's carry on. That's all for the comments for this week. So let us carry on and break some stuff. I think underground. Oh yeah, I've had Seed of Distrust on this city for forever, I think. Oh yeah, because that's where my cherub was hanging out for a while. So let's go relieve them of their. Oh wait, I gotta wait a turn. They're part of that army's out of movement. These guys are good here. I kind of had a complicated mess of stuff going on here. I think this guy's general plan was to build some watchtowers, maybe one over here. I'm gonna leave him in that spot. Actually, no, I wanted to get him with a shrine if I could to help with repairs, since they can actually repair machines. It's one of the only units that I have that can. So I don't remember what I was doing with these guys. I think I was thinking about getting that ziggurat, but then I decided maybe I wasn't going to be able to. I had a lot of stuff going on with regard to army movement in the last episode. I'm going to take this guy and go ahead and move him here, I think. And just try to get him more on the way to those shrines, because I think that's the most useful place for that builder to be right now. Is helping to heal those shrines. That army's good where they're at. In fact, I think all those armies are. Storm Sister is good there. And then I'm at the end of my turn. So I actually have some options here. I've got plenty of casting points that I can use. I was looking underground at the Necromancer stuff, and I might be at this point almost overkill in my plans against the Necromancer. But for now, I was thinking about how nice it would be if I could just make these armies go away now, and I'm pretty sure I can. So before the end of this turn, I think I'm going to actually try to take these guys out. I noticed that one of these units, and I believe it's probably one of the stone giants, yeah, they can tunnel. So what I can do is widen this up a little bit right there and move everybody up. I'll move that giant back so he's in his own little group there. Then I can pull all these guys down into that spot, and I should be able to pretty easily wipe out this undead army. There's nothing that seems to be threatening this city in particular, and I've got backup on the way, so I think it's time to start putting some pressure on the undead here. I don't think he can reach my city. Nope, he can't reach it on this turn. I'm gonna leave my builder in there. I don't really want him to go down and then pop up and run around and cause trouble. So, alright, I had that other guy, but he's out of movement. I'm gonna leave the builder in this city for the moment. Okay, you guys, I think it's time to start a little riot here. And what I might actually use all my casting points is to just cast Paid Absolution all over the place. I've been tight on casting points for a while, and now that I actually have some, I'd like to try to use them effectively. It's only set a probable victory, but it seems like it should be better than that with all these extra units in. Especially consider... Oh wait, that's a Ghoul Dwarf Firstborn. Okay. I gotta remember spirit damage, not particularly helpful against those bone collectors for whatever arbitrary reason. But the Exalted should handle them fine, just because, well, the Exalted can die though and come back, so that'll be okay. I'm gonna move you a little closer to the enemies, so you can do higher damage. And I want these guys to just really get up and cause trouble. They have killing momentum, right? I'm pretty sure they have that from where I was building them. Yes, they do. I believe all these orcs do. It's really the first time I get to really see these guys shine, I think. Because now they get to slaughter undead, which is what they're really good at. They're good at stuff in general, but You know what? Go ahead and damage... Yeah, so I'll have this one damage that guy. And then he can war cry and probably finish him off. Maybe? Ooh, I don't know. I might need to do just a little bit of damage to him. He's not doing very much damage at all, that guy. You got a big boulder, so that helps. I would like to use the other big boulder. Now that would actually just straight up kill him. We'll just see if this works. Okay, it did work. Excellent. Deathbringers have tireless, so attacking it doesn't really help me that much. And they also have shadow step, so I'm just gonna sit there. This guy can throw a rock at that reanimator. Not quite enough to kill it, unfortunately. Let's sit there. Now, I don't really want him taking on all that stuff by himself, so he can come back down and hang out with everybody else. I would like the shock trooper out there where he can deal with the firstborns, and I'll use the knight to plug up that hole there. Okay, that should be good. He's got desecration active, that's part of my problem. But it's not going to matter. He's not going to be able to stop all this stuff. Okay, you're on fire. I would like to stop that. But I also want to use attacks to hit that ghoul firstborn, which is what I think my priority is going to be. Stand there, hit him with a boulder. The shock trooper should also have killing momentum, I believe. No, maybe he doesn't. Did they get that at a rank? Yeah, they do. They get that at elite. Keep thinking they get war cry at elite, but they get war cry at veteran. Actually, I know you have killing momentum because I think all of these guys do. No, wait, is that also? Nope, that's also an elite. Okay. Playing Planetfall too much and forget some of the basics here. Alright, so I'm gonna wound you. Okay, I'm just gonna straight up destroy him. Let's go back here, get flank. There we go. That pretty much solves all those problems. Alright, firstborn moving up. We got the bone collector coming in to do some damage. That thing will kind of mess up my spirit elemental. I don't want to pick a fight with that because that poison damage hurts. It really hurts those spirit elementals. So I'm going to try to be a little careful there. I think I want these knights to go ahead and charge in. I would prefer to hit the Deathbringer only once. I don't really want it to retaliate against them twice, so I'll go ahead and use that devastating charge and get a little more damage off. These guys, killing momentum still applicable, so... Nice. Okay. And I think you guys are going to be good for dealing with that firstborn. Okay, well, at least it doesn't matter if you die. I'll go ahead and patch this one up. We'll see what they do. Firstborn's not going to be able to do anything. Alright, you'll be back. Let's maybe fly out there, pressure that guy a bit, or should I just go after this thing? I think I'm just going to go after whoops. Oh, I thought that firstborn was dead. Well, crap. Okay, well, I don't want to lose anybody else except for more exalted, which I don't have. So, I don't want to lose anybody else here. So let's play carefully. You're in the way. Nice crits, guys. Good job. Alright, if you'd like, you're welcome to walk into the center of this mess. I'm gonna heal that giant, I think. Or maybe I should have healed the angry flyer that's also on fire. Sorry that I keep ruining Draconian cities. Alright, he wants to go after that spirit elemental. That's not allowed. Afraid you're going to have to get squished. Alright, as for those guys, spirit damage should work fine. In fact, I don't think these guys can really even touch the spirit elementals. Yeah, they're like 80% fire resistant, so I don't need to worry about them. Use the cover of the fence, giant. Hide behind. I don't think cover really works in this context, or it shouldn't. That should not break a line of sight penalty if you're this guy shooting at that guy. One of the things I kind of thought was cool about Planetfall is how large units can't take cover, but they can provide relative cover for smaller units. It's a nice little change. Alright, I think that's enough from you. Okay, so hopefully that will prevent him from bunching up into a small or a larger group. I feel a little better with them out of the way, and I think I'm just gonna let these guys stay there for now and kind of see where they decide to move next turn. I should be okay back here. I don't believe there's anything that can get to that city. If there is anything small, these guys should be able to take it back next turn. Alright, so with all that in mind, we've got opportunities now to either summon more spirit elementals, which I think may be redundant considering the shrines of smiting and everything else that's on the way. I don't know that I really need more of them to deal with the undead. And to be honest, they weren't like super useful in that last battle anyway. As opposed to casting Paid Absolution all over the freaking place, which is what I think I'm leaning towards. There's also the option of getting Armageddon up and running, but with the Sorcerer still in the game, his ability to disjunct stuff like crazy, I'll probably hold off on that. So Paid Absolution is good because I know that's going to be a benefit to me, and I have a lot of cities I can use it on. So I'm just going to look around here for a little bit and find out who does and doesn't have it. And there's a lot of places that I could use it. In fact, I already got it in 2 places. It's already all used up, so I forgot that was 80, I was thinking that was a lot cheaper to cast, but that's fine. 2 more cities with Paid Absolution, I'll take it. And I have plenty more to cast it on where that came from. I actually honestly probably should have cast it. Yeah, I should have cast it on cities further in the back, like these ones. That was kind of a mistake. It was not wise. Oh well, I mean, I've got a lot of units in this area, so those cities should be fine. Okay, that is it. Let's go to the next turn and see what happens. Alright, I want to see where, I think for Brown, I'm most interested in seeing what happens over here. It looks like he's not given up on his idea of crusading through here and causing trouble. Don't think that was a particularly good move. That's a lot of Ghoul Firstborns, though. Dang. But fortunately, nothing pressuring this city. Nothing pressuring Fug, so... Alright. It's Orange's turn now. So, let's see. He's moving some units back, which is probably good news for me. If he was going to attack the city, he'd have probably hit it with everything he could muster. I still wonder if he'll try to go down with these units and pick off it. Nope, he's gonna back up. Coward. I wonder what his plan is. Maybe just reinforcing Green's capital? I don't know. But this is good news for me. It gives me a chance to get my units sort of reformed. Now with this city kind of more in the front, I think the Storm Sisters that I'm building, I'll probably sort of shift out in this direction so that the Sorcerer's Army can move out. I like having this city here, though. I think that was a good call to keep this one, because it's also got this tower over here, which is really nice. Unless they raise it, but this is just a really good line of sight right here. Okay, Orange is still taking his turn, still moving stuff back. Alright, so that's all gone. Well, not gone, but just away for now. I truly wonder what their plan is, though, because if they need those units anywhere, it's right here, right now. Alright, I don't know that we're going to see much more of Orange, unless I could keep an eye out on what he's doing up here. I missed where those units went, but they don't seem to be coming after Frostmere. I guess that's okay. I don't know what they're doing. I didn't actually realize until now that that was a brown city. Was that a brown city before? I was thinking that was Independence. Maybe Brown bought it. I don't know. Well, back around to my turn. Telgar surrenders to me. You know, no. I do not accept surrender. I decline your surrender. Green already tried that. Not gonna happen. All right, Holy War is researched. That's good. Oh yeah, yes. Okay, I got it. I got the quest for all knowing. So looks like I got water, probably water level 1, and I guess expansion or whatever that one is. That actually doesn't really help a lot. Maybe extra movement for labor units would be kind of nice. Summon Baby Kraken is not really useful at all, but Rot is good. Rot, Rot's a no-brainer. Pick that one up like right away. How much do I have here? I've got 300 because I got a research boost. So I got 300. So I can get Rot, and I can get Rot, Vengeful Frost, and Fertility Rights all at once? I think I can. Rot and Fertility Rights. That's an Empire upgrade. So that's just passive. That's kind of nice. And I should be able to get Vengeful Frost. And then I can actually decide what I want to research. Freeze Water, that could come in handy. That could come in really handy if in the right situation. I think that's a good one to have in my back pocket. I've never used that on camera before. In fact, I don't think I've ever used that at all before. But there's a lot of rivers crisscrossing the map, and that could be kind of cool. City options for Migrate and Purge are instantaneous. That's an Empire upgrade? Yeah, I want that. I definitely want that. Well, I don't know. Actually, I don't know if that's going to matter if I'm planning on plundering most of the remainder of these cities. What's Rugged Pioneers? It's more for movement for Settler and Builder. That doesn't really matter much. I guess I'll just grab Swift Migration. I don't think I really need to worry about the Krakens. I'm just happy I got Rot. Honestly, all of that was worth it for Rot, considering what I'm up against here. Race Covenants level up with Draconians. Yay. I don't care about either of these, but I'll never have Flamers, so I guess Shrines and Draconian Cities being cheaper to build is probably the way to go. Even though I don't have Draconian Cities either. It truly does not matter. Okay. Alright, Temple is done. Public Baths is probably next, as I believe I already have the Masters Guild down here. That is an Orc City. Yeah, probably Public Baths. I'll queue up the Stables of Vigor. Maybe make some Dwarf Black Knight or Orc Black Knights, but I'll probably unqueue that and put the hospital in. I just like to have that second one in there in case of the quick trigger event. Thanks to Archredbeer for reminding me to do that multiple times. It appears I'm finally starting to get it. Alright. You move here. Just kind of leapfrog through. Since nothing else is showing up over here, I guess I'll just pile. I'll leave these armies down here, and they can kind of work together. And I'll reinforce Fug. And I think where I'm gonna push is gonna be through this area down here, which seems kind of safe because it's like more of a choke point. All right. Yeah, I think I'm good with this. So I'll move this group down here like this. They can attack. Another probable victory that should be a much more than probable victory. More desecration, not surprising. It's pretty much the only thing he's got going for him that really does much. It is sucky having that less resistance on all my devout units, but I'll just deal with it. Alright, there's that one ranged unit in there that's kind of a nuisance. I would like to just get him out of the way so I don't have to deal with cadavers or whatever. So let's soften him up. We'll go ahead and probably throw a couple boulders his way. And then take advantage of killing momentum on these guys. Alright, and then for the rest of them, just kind of plug up holes. Play a little more defensive with this one. They've got to come to me. I've got spirit elementals that can mess them up okay. So let them kind of come my way and deal with them like that. Plus I can have the giants hang out in the back. Sacrificial Draconian Flyer, perhaps? Yes. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but if it does, it'll be okay. Would have liked to have gotten spirit breaking there, but that's alright. I'm good with this setup. Hey you, turn around. Ah, broke his spirit. Sucks to be you. Aw, so close. Alright. I don't really want this guy getting singled out over here, so maybe I should leave somebody back to help him out if he needs it. For now, maybe toss a boulder at this guy's back so that he can be sure to get a kill. Move these guys maybe out of harm's way a bit and let him probably finish this guy off. Alright, and I guess this Orc Exalted is okay where he's at. Probably want to move the Knight out and up. Oh no. Alright, that's what I thought he was going to do. Could have probably used Warcry there. Might have made the difference between life and death for him. I'll just finish him off with a giant. You're good at this kind of thing. Killed my friend. It's not okay. Turn around. You go ahead and heal the flyer. You go ahead and build up a devastating charge. trying to avoid taking unnecessary hits if it can be avoided. You can fly all the way over here, and then you can go here. So you can hit him in the back with the boulder, and if that... Okay, well, that killed him. Alright, that's one more undead army out of the way. Since Telgar was trying to surrender, hopefully that means he doesn't have much more. But then again, Green seemed to come up with quite a bit after I declined his surrender earlier in the game, so who knows. In any case, I feel a lot more free to move around down here now, which is good. And those shrines haven't even hit the front line, so I think that's just a lot of good news for me. Alright. No, not abort spell. Probably cast that just later. The Grand Temple, there's not really anything else I can really have it building. Except for maybe like a... I don't even think I need the barracks for the trolls. I don't think you do. Not for the empire or race relation stuff. Does it say? I was thinking, if something tells me it does require that, but... Tame trolls can be produced in goblin cities with the beetle command upgrade. Okay. It does kind of make sense. So, this city is going to have beetle command. And that's going to require the barracks. So we'll go ahead and queue that up after the Great Temple. Festival of Magic at Sparrowdale. Extra mana. That is nice, but I literally can't spend it as fast as I'm making it. Just merch for you guys. Oh, I think it was already on merch. That's fine. I have misclicked 3 times. There we go. Lord of the Deep. On the way. So many shrines coming down too. I've got the one down here already, plus 2 more behind it, and I think there might be one more out there somewhere. I don't even remember anymore. There's just a lot. Still gonna decline those dragons. They're still way out in the middle of somewhere that I can't really cover. This is the city that was building the goblin settlers. That's actually just working on Grand Palace now. And this city is done. Let's go ahead and get that Builder's Hall in there probably. Maybe we should probably start with the storehouse here. Is it, what determines whether you can build stone walls? Why is that not an option? What leads to stone walls? It's probably the Builder's Hall. Yeah, okay. The city will honestly probably grow before I could build stone walls through the Builder's Hall, so we'll just do a storehouse. That's fine. Throne of Bone is done here. It may not matter, but I can make Wraith Kings now. Yeah. I'll go ahead and make some, I guess. I don't think they're going to be that helpful, but maybe they'll be useful against the Sorcerer if I make a couple of them. Oh. The city is done migrating, so it's actually my city now. You know what? I'm going to get Shattering Hammer in here. Let's reinforce those defenses. Also, a Pool of the Firstborn wouldn't be bad. Shattering Hammer I can get now, and it looks like Firak's gearing up for another assault, so I would like to have that something defensive in there. That's going to be interesting, the next assault. He's got only one Juggernaut in play over here, though, that I can see anyway. He's probably got more stuff back here. Okay, Altar of Bound Souls is finally done here. The Great Temple is almost done. This will be the city that I'll make Resurging Storm Sisters at. I think I'm going to go ahead and throw the Griffin Spire in there just to get that extra level. This is another one of those cities that may not matter by the time this game is over, but I'm going to go ahead and carry on with my plans anyway, because Orange and I could be at a standstill for a little while. I think we're going to have some back and forth. Research breakthrough. That's where that research breakthrough happened. Okay. I am going to... Well, what's going on with my Exalted above ground? I had a pretty good group of them headed north. Oh yeah, I had moved them in such a way that I could get them close enough to this haunted boneyard. Yeah, because I had spotted some dragons underground. Oh! Oh, hi. I just noticed these guys. Well, frick. I was wondering where they went. Which is why I think it's so important to take that camp out now. I don't know what... I don't remember whether they continue to wander or what, but... regardless, I'm gonna move up here. And take out their home. I can get the cherub there. Actually attack with him. Very likely victory. I'm probably gonna... the cherub will die if I auto-combat, so I'll just manual. I want to keep that cherub because I want to have... Eventually I want to have him scouting out the north of the map, making sure Orange isn't slipping through. So we'll just do this the normal way. Alright, you just sit back here. I don't think you need to be involved in this. The orcs have killing momentum. The goblins have Fear Strike, I believe, if I remember correctly. Yes, they do. Fear Strike is not useful at all against the undead, so orcs are going to be the stars of this show, I think. Then again, goblins resist poison, so that's also useful. You know what? I'm actually fine with just sitting here and letting you come over to me. It's all good. Ah, rude. Okay, that's certainly not allowed. Get off of my little creepy... There, I don't know. Oh my gosh, they're just disturbing. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. That's just wrong, is what that is. Alright, pay attention to who has killing momentum here. I would like, I think, the orcs to do Warcry on him. And then they should be able to kill him in one hit. Okay, good. These orcs could Warcry this guy, and that's it. Not much in terms of undead that can stop a stack of these Exalted. Another Manticore mount? Ooh. Ooh, I'll take that. Who would like to have a Manticore mount? Hang on, so it's got inflict crippling wounds, flying, more resistance, and 5 hit points. 10 hit points. It's 5 hit points 2 times, so 10. I certainly want that. I don't know who's... That's probably my favorite mount in the game. King or Wyvern, the gold Wyvern mount is also very good, but... well, obviously not Carson, he's already got his own, but Farron might be able to make use of that. And I know somebody had an egg that was getting ready to hatch soon, I think. Who was that? That was Farron with the King Griffin egg, okay. So Farron's already going to have a flying mount option. But Farron... I could give it to Ganon. I wouldn't mind giving it to Farron either, but I mean, Ganon, I can get it to him faster. He's not as far away, and Farron's going to already have that on his person. Plus Carson's got a Manticore. I think this is going to Ganon. Yeah, that's going to be Ganon's new pet Manticore. Most definitely Ganon. That'll be nice. Alright, so that takes care of that. Now, did these guys down here disappear? Like, what happens to these guys? They're still there. So I don't know what they're going to do. If they take over that city, that's going to be really irritating. There's actually several cities they could theoretically take over. I wonder if there's a way for me to get these Crusaders underground. Not that they alone could... Well, they might be able to take all this crap. I don't know. Maybe not with the bone collectors in there. There's not really a good cave entrance for me to get them underground quickly, though. I guess they could head up here. That's probably what they're going to do. I think I'm just going to send them north. Alright, well, at least that won't spawn anything else. And then on the next turn, these guys can go back over here and get that city. But I think taking out that camp was the higher priority. I could get a couple of these units up there, but one Goblin Exalted is not going to stop all that. So I think I'll just wait and have those units sit there for now. Get more Goblin Exalted, and then take back that city if it comes to it that I need to. Shrine is being produced here. This is another one that I'm updating towards a Grand Palace, so just keep something else queued in there. Always. Here I'm gonna add in. Well, this one is at the point where it just needs the Grand Palace upgrades, it appears. So I don't know. I guess we'll throw in a stone wall for a turn, and then probably change that next turn, if I remember. Another firstborn is done. I think I want these guys sort of blocking off this area. In fact, these armies are probably the armies that are eventually going to sit in here. You know, having a road go through here would be kind of nice. That might be something. I think I'm ready for that builder, especially now that I've properly secured that area. I think it's time for this builder to come fine-tune this road network here. Okay, he's out of movement. Oh, and I can also get another Exalted Underground. That's good. I might actually leave him up here, now that I think of it. I think I'd rather have him with the Sorcerer's Army right now. These guys are doing fine down here in their group, and I've got more Exalted on the way. In fact, more coming pretty much every turn at this point, as they continue to just leapfrog over each other on the way down. Another Festival of Magic. Grand Palace is almost done here, so that's excellent news. Never stop making Orc Exalted. That's pretty much just going to continue for the remainder of the game. Public Baths, next in queue, Great Temple. I think I'm going to change that to a hospital if I can afford it, because I prefer to get the hospitals first. It's going to be cutting it close on money, though. But it will boost happiness up a bit more. Maybe not quite enough, though. Well, I'm going to leave it like that anyway. I just need to remember not to let gold drain that much lower at the moment. Paid Absolution is ready to cast, though I can... And I think I'm going to be able to... part of that depends on what Ganon does this turn, so I'm going to wait on that. I had the Domain Invasion. That's been dealt with. Select production for my city here. That's going to be... Okay, so I do need more production here. And it's actually not going to matter, because I'm not going to have enough to build anything in the other city and this one at the same time. So I'm probably going to produce merchandise here again. I'm just trying to make sure that gold stays above 1,000. You guys are good there. The Cherub, I think, is going to go off on his own to do some scouting. And, of course, we know what Karzin and company is doing. Just sit there and kill stuff as it comes. Alright, now I believe in Ganon's group here, it's pretty close to being able to get... Okay, I think the plan was to use those haste berries somehow. And I was pretty confident that I was going to be able to kill this with the Exalted in there. Oh yeah, I was going to... Okay, so that's what I was going to do. I was going to bring up some units from down here, as well as these guys. Try to bring that Martyr in and level him up. I want to move... I'm going to move the Martyr... No, I'm going to move the Impaler onto this spot just to see what's in there. So we got Flyers, Gold Dragon, some Phoenix. Honestly, not really that scary. Abort attack. Knowing that these Exalted can die and it doesn't matter because they'll come back. Impalers are good against all those flying units. I might actually bring more in intentionally. The Ice Queen is going to be weak to fire, that might not be a good choice. I mean, they're of course weak to frost too, I believe, but no, they're not weak to frost. Okay, so Ice Queen, not a good choice for this battle. Not manual combat, let's not misclick. Undead would not be good. To be perfectly honest, I'll throw the Martyr in there because we want to get him a level, and then we'll just add in another Impaler. Those are good Impalers, so may as well make use of them. And then I think this is very likely defeat, but I'm not sure that I believe that. I think I could do this. Especially considering these guys have strong will, so they can't be... Well, actually, the dragon wouldn't panic them. That dragon's not fearsome. Oh, wait, yeah, it is. Okay. But it's not going to matter. The only kind of problem here is that... Well, wait, do these guys have strong will? I don't think they do because they're a pikeman. Okay, so they don't have any spirit resistances. So I'd prefer to have them dealing with the flyers. Which I could probably force that issue right now. What do I want to do with that Martyr? Do I want to bestow Ironheart on something? I don't want him to die. I just want him to get a little XP. I might not bestow Ironheart, absorb pain. I might use that a little later, maybe. I'm probably going to lose some of these crap Impalers, but to clear this structure, I think it's worth it. So I think what I'm going to do with these guys is stick them out here and put them on defense just to bother these flyers. I'll use these guys to go after the dragon since it can't really do a lot. I might need to smite some stuff in here or possibly do something else. I'm not sure. Dragon is going to be immune to any spirit-based stuff. What about Disintegrate? What are my odds on that? That would be fun, but I gotta play the odds here, I think, and it's not looking promising for me. I think I just want to distract that dragon, honestly. And I'd prefer to keep... You know what? The Goblin Exalted is going to be, I think, a sacrifice here. Just go in there, poke the dragon a couple times, distract it for a little bit. And then I want this Exalted here. Probably put him on defense just to add pressure. Now, of course, those Exalted could come running all the way over, or the Flyer could come running all the way over here. I don't think he will. I have less reason to believe that I think this one would, so I'm probably going to slide him up over in this direction, out of range of at least one flyer, and we'll see what happens here. People are going to die, most notably that Goblin Exalted, I think, but is there anything I could smite that might make this a little easier? I don't know, I could smite one of the Exalted, that might be fun. I could smite that Elder, that would definitely be fun. Could just get him out of play. But I'm gonna try to save my spell points and see how this goes. I wanna take one more look here and see if there's anything else useful. Vengeful Frost is not really my favorite spell. Rebirth, I could get Rebirth for my guys. Holy War, Holy Spirit infuses souls of followers. Divine power to oppose true cause, bestows all devout units on the battlefield with a +10. Ooh, well, okay, that actually doesn't really matter because the Impalers are not devout. They're a pikeman unit, not infantry, so they don't get devout. Blessing of Health, that actually might be pretty useful. And there's also Mass Curse, which is fun. I don't know. I've got a few options here. I think that I'm probably leaning towards just hanging on to my casting and using Disintegrate once they've let their guard down. We'll see how much damage they do. Alright. I thought one of you might try to sneak past and go after those guys. Honestly, they could probably kill it. He's almost dead. Oh yeah, they could get that. Yeah, there you go. There's your level. Alright, that's done then. Okay, I've got a lot of pikemen here that can do a lot of damage. Unfortunately, the dragon is fearsome, so I'm a little limited in my options. What I think I'm going to do is try to get this phoenix turned around so that these guys... Oops. Oh, that's their unit. Crap. My exalted is dead. Okay. Warcry this guy. I blinded him. It doesn't help me, but I did blind him. Alright, I think I'm gonna probably need to smite something. I'm beginning to question whether this was a good idea. I want to get rid of the flyers. I just want them out of the game here. That'd be 2 hits. Yeah, you could get away with that without needing to use up Warcry. I think what I'm gonna do is have to try Disintegrate. I had a pretty good chance on the bird, and that's probably gonna kill the bird regardless of what happens. So there's like a 50-50 chance if it fails that it'll kill the bird anyway, so there we go. That bird's gone. That just leaves primarily the dragon to deal with, and I'm okay with that. Alright, Impalers, some of you will die today. But I will tell stories about you or something. Promise. They're blinded. I think that means they can't do attacks of opportunity. No? It looks like I can move past them without taking a hit. It's not acting like I would take a hit. But I'm gonna actually just kill them anyway. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill them anyway. Let's get them out of here. That's one dragon versus a lot of orcs with pointy sticks. And he's going to use something that he really shouldn't have used. Alright, the one disadvantage I have here is that this guy could, in theory, panic all my units, which would suck. They are orcs, after all. They're not particularly good at resisting spirit and stuff. What I think I'm going to do is throw out another Disintegrate, just to see if I can get lucky. Okay, well, I did damage, so that's okay. Alright, now you. There you go. Nice job, guys. Hello. Now I actually think that martyr is good to bring over. Oh, hey, coward. Coward. Alright. Transfer pain. Alright. So actually, I think everyone survived. Yeah, everybody survived. Alright. It's amazing what Disintegrate can do. Oh. That's a fun weapon. Hang on, is this something Farron needs? Farron's got a life-stealing weapon. And to be honest, poison, spirit, frost, none of that really helps against machines. I think I'm going to sell this and take the gold. Especially since having that extra... Yeah, I'm selling this for gold. Having that extra money allows me to continue to upgrade this city down here that I had kind of on hold. And to me, casting points is pretty much more important than anything, so we'll do that. Alright, these guys require orders. I think I can get that. Get this. and get them back in the city all in one turn. And now they all have regrowth, which makes them a lot more difficult to get out of that city, even if Orange brings some fire stuff. Fate Absolution is still ready to cast, and I can get that in a couple places, but I think Ganon's army we still got to decide what to do with these guys over here. So okay, so that's actually what was linked to this. So I want, oh yeah, that's right, the one evolved. Which one is the one that has absorbed pain? Is that him? Yeah. Okay, so he's an absorbed pain guy, which I would like to have another one. Well, actually, honestly, I'd like to have him way out where Carson is right now. I'd like to have a lot of things out where Carson is right now. I think, I know I was going to get these two out there. I may as well use the haste berries. I mean, if I can these guys all hit those? I mean, yeah, why not, I guess. Can the Lord of the Deep get there? Yes. What? How much movement if I move all the flyers to this spot here? So they've got 3 left, so they pretty much need to enter from that spot. So what I can do is put that guy with, whoops, not that guy, this guy with them. And I'm actually going to pull the Lord of the Deep down so he can move with them all onto that spot. And then pretty much everybody can move forward as one unit. Did I still have, am I missing a shrine? No. No, I'm not. No, I don't think so. Yeah, Ganon's got one in his group. I think I switched that up. I think I put one with Ganon, but I was planning on putting it back with this group to have 3 Exalteds and 3 Shrines. Actually, what I'll probably do is leave 2 here. Yeah, I like this idea. So what I'm going to do is leave 2 there. Ganon's army can come down and probably as fast as to use the road, I think. Yeah, it's going to be faster. I'm going to drop 1 Shock Trooper from Ganon's army because I want... How many devout units are here? Is Ganon is considered devout, I think? No, actually, I don't know why. Okay, he is. He's inherently devout. Both of those guys would be devout. I don't think this guy is devout. This guy is, because he's a support unit. So he should be. Yeah, he is. Yeah, so I'm going to split off 1 Shock Trooper from Ganon's group. Ganon can then, I want his group to have the star of the show because I want this guy to have regeneration. Come back in case he dies, so Divine Justicars and all that. On that note, I actually kind of don't want the Shrine with Ganon's group. I don't want any Exalteds with Ganon, that's for sure, I know that. Maybe the Giant actually is a good option for Ganon instead of the Shrine. Let's leave the Shrine behind for a second. We'll put this guy with Ganon. We'll bring this group down. How far can Ganon move forward? Get up to there. In fact, all these units have plenty of movement to get to this area, so I think this is where I'm going to form up, right around here. So I'll put Ganon, I'll go ahead and just do this now, I think. I just want to make sure that the Giant and the Orc have enough movement. They do, so they could get to either of those tiles, so yes. Ganon's army goes here. These Shrines and that Exalted come straight down here. This Shrine probably goes with the others. I'm not 100% sure on that yet. I know that I want these guys. Which is the one with absorbed pain? I may want to use him for something else. So what I think I'll do is put him separate. I want him separated out from the others. I'll put these 2 with the Shrines. I guess I'll put another Shrine in with that group. I kind of did want a group like this because they're all floating and flying. The giant, I think I want to go with Ganon's crew to keep him alive with Divine Justicars. And that Crusader, I actually want to stay there, probably along with this pikeman. Just leave a very small garrison to ward off like any lone Draconian flyer scouts or something. And then I guess just for the fun of it, let's throw a... Where was that army down here? These guys. They probably need to move forward. I'm going to send them up along this road. And then, just for the fun of it, we'll throw in a gold rank shock trooper with his own personal absorb pain guy. That, I think, looks good. So, if I have anyone with enough movement, I think I could actually take that tower. I don't know for sure if they'd make it back. Hang on. I know it's 3 for fly, so 1, 2, 3 for a flyer, and then you'd move back. Yeah, I would have enough. Everybody can move further, though. Oh, except for these guys. They can't move much further. Can Ganon's army get... They cannot get there. They can get there. These guys should be able to move here. Okay, so I can do this. That there, move Ganon here. Then I can move these guys here. Or one of them here. Get the tower so I can see what's going on over here. We can confirm that is not the Draconian capital. They got a couple boats here. That's cool, I guess. As soon as I move off of this, I'm not going to be able to see what's over here anymore. So take a look in that city. The garrison looks pretty weak. And they've got this small army over here flying around. They might go try to take that tower from me. But hopefully Ganon's army showing up here will make them reconsider. Alright, and then that tower will flip back to them, so I don't have to worry about them attacking the tower. They have to attack my triangle formation here properly. So I think I'm good there. I think Ganon's army is going to be able to go take that city. Once I get control over this area, should make it easier to either move east to Karzan or pressure the green capital, which I'm still assuming is this city. I don't know that for sure yet. But otherwise, yeah, I think that's going to be it. I'm pretty happy with this episode so far. So we're going to call it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, if you have suggestions for what I should be doing, please let me know in the comments. And I do appreciate you watching. As always, I'll see you next time.
But I'm not done yet.
Hang on a second. I noticed a problem right after I finished recording. There's another 5 juggernauts on the way to where Karzan and Farron are, along with that flame tank, plus a bunch more cannons and flame tanks, on top of this crap over here, and Ferric's army. Is it time for this group to run away? I don't know. I just wanted to throw that in there, give everyone some food for thought before the next episode. Right now I still have a chance to back up if I need to, but yeah, let me know what you think, because Ferric apparently has an absolutely endless supply of these stupid things. But yes, again, thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Shout out to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Adam James, Jim Bro, Tarsak, and Tibian Army. Thanks so much, everybody.